Hi guys, Deluded Gooner. Now, obviously, Harry Kane plays for the opposition, but I see some fans, not just Arsenal fans, fans of many different clubs, variety of reasons, refuse to rate the guy, and I can't understand why. I mean, what has Harry Kane got to do to actually be rated by the footballing world? I mean, the guy is 23 as a forward. It's scary that the guy is 23, old school fashion number 9, mixed with the blend of the new gen. Underrated, that he's just so underrated, whether it's his teamworking aspect, puts himself about for the team, his playmaking aspect, which is very underrated. When he comes out of the box, goes and does things, very unselfish out of the box, a killer inside the box, no chance he's passing inside the box, scores all different sorts of goals, well taken goals. There's just so much to rate about Harry Kane. The guy's 23, like I said, nowhere near his peak. I mean, it's scary to think how good the guy can get. It's scary to consider when he's only 23, and he's only been, for the last 2 or 3 years, really had a chance in the Prem, because we all know it was hard for him to get a chance at Spurs. He wasn't this 20-year-old, 18, 20-year-old wonder kid that was talked about as being on big things and doing big stuff. And it's alarming when you consider that he's 23. He's basically the main forward for England and his club side. He hasn't been playing at the top in the Prem that long, and he's scored 20 goals in basically all 3 years he's been here. And I'm pretty sure 2 out of the 3 seasons that he's basically had a chance at the top level, he hasn't exactly played a decent. Well, he played a decent amount, but played the full amount of the Premier League games. Because I mean, when he came through at Spurs, off the top of my head, if I can remember, it was very late. A lot of Prem games were played already. It was around the December period. He had an injury last year, I believe, that kept him out. He's had some injuries this year, and to still get 20 goals, to still come back and get 20 goals in the Prem, which is something we need from Arsenal, which I can't help but admire. To pull your career back, because his career was in the balance. This guy could have easily left Spurs. He wasn't talked about as being a prospect, like I said, and one of the best. Could have easily been sold for a nominal fee to a championship club when he was doing all them loans, and ended up somewhere else, and it might have taken him less to get to the top. But he's fought his way back, and he's become a consistent striker. And at 23, with hardly a proper full season in the Prem, in my opinion, like playing 38 games or whatever, through a number of reasons, he's doing very well. For someone that's fought from adversity, it's hard to not like someone like that. And what else has he got to do? 20 league goals, old-fashioned striker. There's just so much to like about Kane. Of course, I hate the fact that he plays for Spurs, and Spurs actually have a good player. I mean, I prefer if he got injured and they just had to rely on Janssen for the rest of the season. But Kane's a very good striker. It's very hard to hate on a good footballer. So I really can't see why some fans do it. Just leave Harry Kane alone. It's scary at 23 that he could probably go on to break Alan Shearer's record. He's getting 20-odd goals in the Prem alone a year. God knows how much he's got in the Prem altogether and for Spurs altogether. But it's probably alarmingly good, deceivingly good, ridiculously good. Like, Kane at 23 is scary to think how good he can be, because he's not. I mean, you're not exactly young at 23. It's the time where you've got to start showing up, and he's doing that. I mean, how often do you hear English players, we're still talking about them around these ages, of they need to do this, they need to do that, they need an arm around their shoulder, they need this, they need that. The likes of Wilshere, Barkley, there's a lot of them. When Kane is actually the rare example, it's because he's a forward and he's not getting the hype that the midfielders tend to get. He's 23 and he's doing this. He's scoring in big games. He's someone Spurs rely upon. He's someone that makes Spurs rely upon him, because he takes the game by the strap in his neck. He gets the bit between his teeth. He stands up to be counted. He leads Spurs. He thrives on responsibility. I would love the guy at Arsenal. I would love Kane. I don't understand why some fans don't rate him. But not to keep this long. Deluded Gooner. Harry Kane's amazing. Like, any football fan that doesn't rate him, I don't know for you. I mean, whether you've got an agenda, whether you're biased, whether you're this, you're that, the other, I don't know. It's just some fans wanted to label him a one-season wonder kid a couple of years ago, and it's just sour grapes and bitter. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being wrong. Just admit where you went wrong with Kane and move on. No one can tell you anything. Deluded Gooner, I'm signing out. Harry Kane, you're amazing. Hope you stop scoring though.